Back, and I know this isn't a clay video, and I know you guys come for my clay videos, but I wanted to try something, and it's a really cool technique, so I wanted you to see it. I'm trying to set up a phone to where if you have any questions I can talk to you at the same time. So I don't know if that can work. It probably won't. So that means hi. I can't say hi as I'm working. So it's just a really quick video. It's a really fun technique, and I think you'll like it, even though I know most of you are here for clay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some silver foil really quick. And I just wanted to show you what silver glass does. It just makes all kinds of neat things in your bead. Yes, I see that I have a mess. I don't usually clean it up till the end of the week. I need to find a really fantastic rod to do this. Oh, tell me I just have one. That's all I need is one. Alright, so here we go. So what I'm using is a fetre, or effitre, depending on how you call it. This is just a light teal, and it's transparent. And we're just going to make a big tube. This is going to be squished when we're done. I was trying to set up my other phone so that I could talk if you had questions, but I have not been able to figure that out yet. So let's see what happens. If I can do it, I will try and do it. Oh, YouTube can be such a pain sometimes. Alright, this isn't working like I wanted it to. Sorry about that. Okay, so it is working. I'm going to shut off the sound on the other phone, and I can hear you if you talk. I had to get on to another account, my personal account. Alright, so we're just going to wrap this with the teal. And we're going to make it in a calera shape, which is this really big squishy thing. I've been on the torch all day. I've made 2, 4, 6. I've made probably 20, 25 beads, which is unusual for me, and I'm happy. And I'll show you some of the bracelets and earrings that I've come up with, what I've made. Okay, so we're just going to go a little longer. I don't want to make this too thick because I'm going to add a bunch of stuff to it. So let's set that down. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so we're just going to warm all of that up, and we're just going to kind of spread it. Going to be an organic shape, so I'm not really worried about if it's all even. Okay, so now the fun part is grabbing silver foil. And we are going to wrap this in the silver foil. This silver foil is so thin, and that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, and I'm just going to wrap it. Okay, and then I'm just burnishing it here. Okay, so that's all I need. I'm going to move this because it will blow. And this is 99.9% pure silver. Now this glass is called Echo. Echo is from a company called Double Helix Glassworks, and it is like awesome. I'll show you what it's going to do to this bead. So I just go in on swipes like this. Depends how much you want to go. I like a lot, so that's why I'm doing a lot. Okay, and then we're going to try and melt this in just a little bit. I'm going to take this out of the fire, and you're going to see a lot of that silver foil is going to look copper, and then some areas may actually look gold. Okay, so we're going to turn up our gas, and we're going to come in here and we're going to strike it until we get like an oil sheen on top. You may be able to see that, I don't know. See how it shines? I'm going to try and focus for you here. See how you got that little sheen on top? That's exactly where you want it. And now we're going to get this back to normal. And we're going to add clear over that so that it doesn't burn. Once that's protected, I'll go over the whole thing with clear. Now I have all that protected, and I want some of that silver foil to show through, so I'm going to cover that in clear now. And that's basically my bead. Might have to cool a little before I show you what the effects done on it was. I can see your comments. Yeah, J9. Okay, I'm just going to do a little more, and then we're going to squish it. So as you can see how it's squished in that shape. If you want to leave it organic, you can leave it just like that, but I'm going to get rid of these thin edges, and I'm just going to put a couple little fun things in here. Okay, let me show you what it did. Obviously you won't see the effects till it comes out of the kiln, but if you can see the copper, it does not want to focus here, and I'm trying to keep myself from burning me. There we go. See how it turns it copper? Sometimes you'll get purples in it. You'll get all kinds of really cool colors out of it. So I can leave it like that. But I think I'm going to do a little twist on the bottom. just to give it a different shape. So I'm going to take some clear here. It. We just kind of gave it a little twist. And if it looks too perfect for you on the top, you can even twist this one if you want. It'll just be a focal piece. Okay, so when it comes out of the kiln, I'll be able to show you the full effect of it. But that's just a really fun thing to do with silver glass. I don't know if it's going to... But I'm making these in these little nuggets, and I thought I'd make a big one. I've got a lot of check beads. And so basically I just want to use these to where I can add my check beads to it. Okay, so this I accidentally put down. And you can tell I put it down. So I'm just going to flatten that just a bit. And yeah, my hands are always just shaky when I work with glass. I don't know why. I don't see it so much when I work with clay, but with glass they get really bad. Alright guys, that's it. So I know that wasn't much of a demonstration, but maybe I can make one more. I've got 33 minutes to torch, according to my kiln. So let me try something else. I'm going to try using this Echo. Okay, I know what I'll make. Just using white. Let's see if I have a 316. Alright, let's try this one. And I have a bent mandrel here. You don't want them bent. And I was going to make this into a lentil shape, but I think I want to make it into a nugget, since I have that in front of me. And we're just going to do a little bit. Okay, and we're going to roll it into a tube like we did with the other one. And I'm going to get one more. I'm using Echo. I'm using another glass called Calypso. I'm thinking this was the Echo. Okay. And just on its own without the silver foil is pretty cool. So I'm going to take one side and I'm going to add Echo to it. And then on this side, I'm going to add Calypso. I'm going to let a little bit of that white show through on one edge. Okay, and this is a striking glass as well. So you got to be really careful, because if you overstrike, you'll turn it this ugly, not even mud. I couldn't even tell you what it's called. It's just really ugly. So you wait for it to turn colors. Okay, and then what you're going to do on that one, strike it with the reducing flame. Any clear. And no, this isn't clear I was using. And if you see the silver glass on top of the white, it fumes it to a gold. So I don't have white anymore. Now I've just got kind of a yellowish color. And we're going to leave some of this color exposed so that we get some reduction. So we're not going to do it all. Okay, and that's that. So now we're going to take this, we're going to melt it all down, and we're going to roll it. And it's going to be kind of like a roly-poly. Okay, so now that you got it all nice, now you're going to slowly roll it. And basically you're rolling it right on top of each other. Be careful you don't let it get away from you. It gets really, really hard to where it starts to droop. Pull it out. Let it roll. Okay, I'm going to go one more. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it to where it's kind of like the layers are on top of each other. So we're just going to do one more. Okay, and I think I am going to try and use a lentil if I can find it fast enough. It's such a mess here. There we go. I'm going to put this right here. Oh, no, I don't want to rotate the device. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what it just did. I'm from Missouri. I'm kind of messed up here. For some reason, it's I hope you're still seeing this. I'm going to leave it alone because it's asking me to rotate my device. So now I'm kind of messed up on my phone. So I'm going to leave it alone. But as you can see, it stopped my shape in mid-cycle. So now I got to warm it back up. Alright. I hope that didn't just mess up the whole bead. Yes, I'm new to all of this, as you can see. Alright, I think I'm okay. So now we're just going to put it into this little lentil shape. Yeah, that didn't work really well, did it? I lost it, and it was really beautiful. Okay, so what do you do with glass? You take it and you drop it in water, and you do it one more time and you leave your phone alone. So, let's go back to this. Yeah, it just wants me to rotate. Oh, I'm glad you got your cutters. I hope they work for you. I got a bunch of new ones that I just put up. I put up a couple oak leaves, and oh god, I don't know what else I put up, but I put up a couple new ones. I'm still working on some texture rollers right now. God, I don't want to use that one. Alright, we're going to just do one more, and we're going to try and shut up for a minute so I don't screw it up. I notice that I am lagging. so that might be why I don't see your comments. Okay, so since I've got my press up there, I just need something to roll this on. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Actually, we're going to go just a little bigger. The echo. This, you're supposed to basically heat it up. What do they call it? They say heat the snot out of it, so that's what I'm going to do. And what they mean by that is you want to go like white hot. Okay, you're just going to get it all flimsy, and then you're going to lay it down. And then you're going to let it do what it's got to do, and it's going to change colors in a minute. Wow. I see this beautiful alexandrite. I don't know where that came from, but I'm going to leave it alone. That's really cool. Glass has got its mind of its own. Okay, so now we're going to take that completely out of the fire. Oh, this is going to have purple in it, I think. This is going to be a really pretty one. Okay, now we're just going to take a little bit more propane, and we're going to get that metal sheen to come out of the glass to the surface, which is what we just did. I can show you this. I just don't know if it's going to focus. And that's it. Put back on the clear. Right now this bead looks like a hematite. If you can't see it, I can at least describe it for you. And that's exactly what you want, because that's going to bring out all the colors we want. Okay. So now again, we're just going to heat it up. I think it's going to be it might not be too big. But we're going to go easy with this one. So when you make a bead, doesn't matter what you do, if you work it slowly in the fire, gravity will take over and it will move the bead back into the center, or the glass back into the center. So we went from that glob to a nice little round bead. And actually, I don't have to make a lentil. I could make this into a round bead. So let's see. Okay, it's pretty close to that one. So I think that's the one we're going to use. Nope, it'll fit this one perfectly. So we're going to use that press. I've got a million presses, as you can see. All different shapes. They really help because they give you consistent sized beads. So it's basically the equivalent of a clay cutter. So again, we're just slowly letting that glass fall on top of each other over and over and over again. And then I will pull it out of the flame. So that it doesn't get way too hot. And then it'll just droop right off onto my workbench. So that's why I do that. One more time. Okay. Last time. I am self-taught. I've taken one class, I think, in my entire career of doing this. I've been doing it now since 2006, and most of my shows have always been glass. I just started making polymer clay, I think going on 2 years. So I've been trying to add more jewelry and clay. I have more creativity when it comes to clay instead of glass though. Some people will grow, and I'm not really growing. I just tend to make what I like instead of worrying about new techniques and stuff like that. So, okay, so the problem I've got on this bead right here is it kind of went over. So the only way to fix that is to make one size up. And then when this starts to cool down, I can kind of show you the colors in it, but they won't come out until they're out of the kiln. I can see just a faint amount of purple, but that can all change. Still got just a little more to go. My husband wants me to give up the glass because I don't use it as much, but it's kind of fun when you're away from it for a while to come back and you realize, oh, I really did like doing this. So I haven't been able to give it up yet. But I used to have a store, online store, and I bought glass from one distributor out of Washington for my Italian glass. And I had German glass. I bought that straight from the factory. And Chinese glass, oh my gosh, Bullseye, which is based out of Oregon. So I use a lot of different glass, and so I had a store where I sold all the supplies, the glass rods, and then when my mom had a stroke and moved in with me, I literally had to give up my store. It was just a really bad year. I had to give it up once when my daughter broke her back, and then again with my mom, and so I closed that down. So now I've got probably a ton of glass, and I mean literally when I say a ton. I've got most of my store still here, so I'm probably going to sell some of my excess off, make my husband a little happier, but for the majority I'm going to keep everything. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to kind of show you this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really show you it until it comes out, because I don't know what I did with my phone. And it keeps telling me to rotate my device. I don't want to rotate my device, but if it'll get rid of that little sign, I will do that. It didn't do that. So I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what I did. But anyways, hi guys. Hi Sharon and Mandy. Wow, all the way to the UK. So there's that glass bead. I can't show it to you, obviously, until it comes out of the kiln. But my first live, I didn't really like it. I wasn't prepared. But I hope you guys liked it. And I'm going to let this cool. And I guess we'll talk to you later. Thank you for coming by anyways. Bye.